Somebody has to be accountable for this.
The RBA should just put the finger out the window and just smell the breeze.
I think everyone's struggling to find words to defend the bloke.
He's got a hard job to do. He's got to balance getting on top of this inflation challenge without crunching the economy.
He's got to ask Philip Lowe for his resignation because, unfortunately for Dr Lowe, he's still got to go.
Yep, Lowe's is exposed as a crow in the snow. Even government backbenchers now calling for his head. But the PM can't give in to the pitchfork brigade, even if he wanted to.
We have an independent Reserve Bank. That is a very important principle.
So why create such a powerful body that you can't control? Well, the RBA's independence was enshrined in 1996, not long after Aussies suffered through 17% interest rates under Paul Keating. And even though the RBA set that rate, Keating famously bragged that he had them in his pocket. Eventually, even Polly's realised it should be protected from Polly's.
We've already seen politicians make decisions not to release unpopular information, and I'm thinking about the power price forecasts, the state of the environment report. Politicians don't always do the right thing by the economy. They're thinking about their votes.
And there are plenty of cautionary tales around the world.
Venezuela is a great example, in fact, a few South American countries where you don't have a central bank, or at least not one with the types of powers that the Reserve Bank of Australia has. The currency just drops through the floor, so it's not worth anything anymore. We've seen countries like Argentina basically go bankrupt several times over.
Independence means freedom to do the hard but necessary thing, maybe even risking a recession to rein in rampant inflation. But it doesn't mean you're incapable of dropping clangers. Lowe's 2020 prediction that interest rates would remain at record lows until 2024 coaxed thousands of Aussies into a superheated property market. 3 years later, 9 consecutive rate rises have pushed hundreds of thousands of borrowers to the brink, just as the value of their properties plummet.
I'm certainly sorry if people listened to what we'd said and then acted on that, what we'd said, and now regret what they had done.
These are very confusing signals, and it's a difficult time. There's great uncertainty, but the Reserve Bank's communications, and that's overseen by Philip Lowe, has not been good by anybody's measure, unfortunately.
So when getting it wrong has such seismic consequences for people, how do we hold them to account? Well, independent doesn't mean unaccountable. Philip Lowe will face the music at Senate estimates this week, while a wide-ranging independent review of the RBA will deliver its findings on March 31. And when Lowe's 7-year term as governor ends later this year, it's up to the Treasurer to either grant a 3-year extension or call time on a controversial tenure. If none of that quenches your righteous thirst for blood, you're not alone. But be careful what you wish for.
They have to be independent. They cannot be involved in politics. We need to make sure that the doctor in charge is going to give us the right medicine and not take anything else into consideration, not think about voting.